This is the Tokyo Bata 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo Bata 23 の Sneaker Channel です。毎日アップするので、毎日見てください。I give you updates and content every single day. So make sure you check in for every single day content about sneakers, sneaker reviews, and upcoming sneaker releases. And today we've got an absolute banger for you. It's a legendary sneaker right from the days of Air Jordan 1s when Michael Jordan was first pounding the courts all the way back in the mid-80s. And part of that story is when his sneakers were banned on the NBA basketball courts. And part of that story that's come forward to 2019 is the sneaker that I'm going to be showcasing for you today, the Nike Air Jordan 1 Defiant. As I said in the introduction, today is all about that Nike Air Jordan 1 Defiant that's dropping real soon, and it's a cracking looking sneaker, and I'm looking forward to bringing it to you today. Every single day I bring you content and reviews, and I want you guys to check in and catch that content, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you can catch this content every single day. For example, tomorrow will be the last of the Tuesday top 10s about sneaker YouTubers. We've been doing a countdown of sneaker YouTubers from 10 to 1, my favourite sneaker YouTubers, and we've got to number 1, and tomorrow I'll be revealing who is number 1 on my list of sneaker YouTubers. So make sure you check in for tomorrow's content when I bring you the Tuesday top 10. And speaking of subs and growing this channel, I've said from the very beginning of this channel there's 4 things that I'm really interested in doing for this channel, things about community and also the butter movement and things like that. But one of the big things I've said from the very beginning, you can check out the channel on YouTube, there's an about section there where I talk about this, that it's all about growth and about learning, and there's 2 parts to that growth and learning. One part is sneakers, where I want to learn about sneakers and get more knowledge about sneakers. There's an endless and infinite amount of knowledge and information about sneakers out there, and I want to learn and want to grow, and I also want to learn about video making and increasing and improving the way that I deal with YouTube and videos. And one of the first points there, that one of the first things that I want to do about learning about sneakers is get you guys commenting. And somebody dropped a comment on one of my previous videos that I really loved. It was the Black Cat social status Air Jordan 6s that are dropping real soon. They might have dropped already, and I talked about the fur section of the overlays on that being faux fur, which means fake fur. But I got a comment from a watcher out there, and I really loved it, because he said to me, no, it isn't faux fur, even though that's what it says on a lot of the sites. The owner of Social Status, the store behind the Air Jordan 6, says that it's actually cow fur that's imported from China, and I really appreciate that content, because it's a piece of knowledge that I don't know. Now, sometimes people out there get a bit, I don't know, precious is maybe the right word, when they get confronted with knowledge that they don't know and they get sort of uptight and defensive. I'm not like that. If you give me knowledge I don't know, I say thank you and I appreciate it. I don't get sort of defensive and like, oh, I don't know, that's not my fault. I don't know that, and you know that, and you've told me, and now I know that, and I appreciate that exchange of information. So that comment, really appreciated it, and I appreciate when other people hit me up with comments to teach me things and let me know things. So if you're out there and you hear me make a mistake or say something that just plain isn't true, hit me up with a comment and I'll say thanks, because I really appreciate that kind of thing. So let's get into these Jordans. I do need those subs out there, people, so hit that subscribe button down below. We're pushing towards 200 and this channel's getting there. That's 100 subscribers a month, so within 10 months we could hit that 1,000 mark, that magical 1,000 mark that we all want to hit. So please hit that subscribe button below and hit us and get us past the 200 mark. Now onto this sneaker today, the Air Jordan 1 Defiant, and it's called Defiant because it takes its history and it's sourced from that 1985 season where Michael Jordan had his sneakers banned. But there's a bit of controversy out there about which sneaker was banned. The story goes, the myth goes, the urban myth goes, that it was an Air Jordan 1 that was banned by the NBA, and he was charged $5,000 a game each time he wore them, and Nike apparently picked up the bill. But a bit of digging, because you have to think about it, 1985 was not the digital age, and Michael Jordan wasn't the massive superstar yet. I think it was his second season. I don't think it was his first. Maybe it was his first season, his rookie season. But he wasn't a massive superstar yet, so there's not a lot of footage of him. There's not a lot of video. There's not digital, you know, camera footage, digital photos of him from that era. So there's it's a bit fuzzy. But a lot of people actually say that it was the Nike airships that he was wearing that were actually banned, and it wasn't the Air Jordan 1s, although he did wear Air Jordan 1s for the dunk contest that year. It was actually on court. He was apparently, so the legend goes, he was wearing Nike Airships and not Nike Air Jordan 1s. But anyway, not important, because what is important is that getting banned and that defiance that he was saying, nah, I'm not going to keep wearing these sneakers and I'm going to have this $5,000 fine per game. Yeah, okay, I'll take it. I'll defy you. And that has gone all the way through the Jordan line. It kind of came back in the 2000s where they brought out these banned versions, and then it came real back in 2011 when they brought out one of the best of these banned sort of line. And the reason it was really cracking for two particular reasons. One was that it had the Nike Air branding on the tongue, and another reason was on the back it had these X's right on the heel counter, which really lended a unique element to that sort of Air Jordan 1 banned story. So getting into this current version of the Air Jordan 1, this banned line called the Defiant, let's have a look at it and see what's actually on it and see what all the fuss is about. First and foremost, you see that it's actually mainly a black upper. Now, really, it's black and red. Of course, you can see the pictures here, very black with that big red stripe around it. But if you take away that red stripe, ignore the red stripe, it's actually a black sneaker completely, all the way across, everything from the midsole up, the midsole itself not being black, but everything from the midsole up, the upper, everything, toe box, the edges, and sort of the sides, the ankle support, the heel, everything's black on this sneaker. Now that's unusual in Air Jordan 1s. Usually the toe box, usually the toe box is two colors, where you've got that overlays in one color and then the panel in another color. And you can see on these guys here that the toe box is fully black. And if you go all the way up the sneaker past all the black and then you get to that red stripe, what's really interesting is that it seems to be printed on top of a black sneaker, and that's most evident in the Wings logo that comes on the ankle support. Now usually in the Wings logos, if you look at Air Jordan 1s, usually, not always, but usually they're a different color from the sneaker itself. So a white background with the red Air Jordan Wings logo on the top of it, for example. But if you look real close here, you can see that there isn't one but two colors, the red and the black, in this Wings logo. The black from the upper, but where the red stripe that goes all the way around this sneaker actually hits the Wings logo, it turns it into red. So on a corner of the Wings logo, it is actually red. And that to me signifies a sort of design and a construction sort of point where they've actually made a black sneaker and printed this red stripe on it, as opposed to making red and black different panels on the sneaker and stitching those different colors together. It's all black with a red stripe printed on top. So let's take a look at that red stripe that does run all the way around the sides and the back of this sneaker and across those famous swoosh logos. It starts on either side, it doesn't matter which one you start on, but I'm going to start on the outside. And you start on the outside and it goes around and across that Nike swoosh, encasing it entirely in this red uniform size rectangular stripe that goes all the way from the outside around the heel, and it keeps its size, which is kind of important in a way because the swoosh tapers off, but the size of the panel of red keeps its size all the way around the heel, and then onto the inner side and along there across the swoosh on the inner side, it keeps its size again. And the idea is that they're, I suppose what they're trying to say is that they're covering the branding, the famous swoosh branding, by making it all one color, the swoosh red, and then the background behind it appears red. It's sort of hiding the swoosh branding on there, and that's why it's defiance in a way, and that's it saying about this ban situation, that they're covering up the branding. And you can see, like I say, it goes all the way from the outside, all the way around the back, and all the way to the inside side of the sneaker in a uniform rectangular red stripe covering the branding. And that's really the signature of this sneaker. Now there is one more point on this sneaker that I saw and I've read about, and apparently it says that this is an element of the Defiance, but I don't get it. Is that the midsole and the outsole is a muslin color, which signifies defiance somehow. I don't understand why. Maybe again, like I said at the top of this video, hit me up with comments down below to teach me and to give me points that I don't know. I don't know why muslin would be considered defiant, or maybe it's because it's not the same color as the upper, and the ban was to do with uniform colors on sneakers and uniforms. I don't know. But if anybody out there knows why muslin is so, I don't know, dramatic or controversial, that's the word I'm looking for, on this sneaker, please let me up. And please let me up, please hit me up with a comment down below, let me know why. Okay, that's enough from me today. Thank you for checking in. I always try and bring you that content. I've been trying to sort of pare down the talking a little bit about other things and get to you with the sneaker and talk about the sneaker a little bit more. So if you appreciate that, please let me know in the comments down below. Hit me up with a like, subscribe if you can, because I really do want to get past 200. I'm trying to get that 100 a month, which will get us into the 1,000 territory by about summer, which is great for me with the Olympics not too far away. Thanks for checking in today. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow, remember the top 10, where we'll be bringing you the #1 sneaker YouTuber, in my opinion, and that's the culmination of 10 weeks worth of effort and input and content over 10 weeks. I've counted down from 10 to 1, and tomorrow is that #1 sneaker YouTuber. Of course, I will showcase for you the next top 10 that I'll be doing the following week, so that's another reason to check in tomorrow. So thank you very much for being here today. I really appreciate seeing you guys and having you watch my content. I love bringing you the daily content, even though it is a bit of a challenge, and hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for checking in today, guys. I really appreciate your being here and viewing my content. Over here we have the channel subscribe button. Channel登録ぜひお願いします. Over here we have the video I recommend you watch next. こちらはおすすめです. And up here we have a link to the channel introduction video. こちらはチャンネルのプロフィールのvideoです. Check them out. Clicking on them really helps the channel.